Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another edition of Prospector Radio.
The Apocalypse Edition.
I was gonna do it, but I wanted you to do it, Shad. I knew you would. I knew you.
Welcome to the Apocalypse.
Yes. Due to the recent outbreak of coronavirus, there will be no show today. Thank you for your cooperation.
I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I'm really disappointed in this apocalypse.
I am too.
It's really lame.
I expected more. I wanted zombies and stuff.
I expected better, not toilet paper crises.
I know. Unless it was zombies wrapped in toilet paper, then I could get into it more. But that's what I'm seeing, like The Walking Dead. That's my version of the apocalypse, not toilet paper shortage. That's totally...
Yeah, it's unbelievable, I'll tell you, man. It's crazy.
Anarchy.
How some people act, too, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you people really surprised that, people go bad and crazy and are selfish in times of panic, I guess?
Are we?
I'm not. I knew that this is how people were, and they'll only get worse, in my opinion.
Right. No, not surprised at all. No.
Yeah.
Friday, we went into Walmart, and a guy was coming out with 10 one-gallon jugs of milk.
What?
Like, all right, honestly, let's talk sensible.
Right. Think sensible.
Really, do these people not think, stuff's going to go bad?
It's
like, our entire produce and vegetable section was wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you? I guess the vegans just got really afraid all of a sudden. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
Or at least with vegetables and stuff, you can them and preserve them. But
but
with milk,
I highly doubt in our area that's what people do.
I agree, Shad. I'm with you.
You screwed me out of my ramen noodles.
And ramen noodles.
All the rice was gone at ours.
Yeah, well, I got plenty of rice.
Well, I found 2 bags, bottom shelf, pushed way back. You had to pretty much get on your hands and knees.
Right, you got to look.
So we scored 10 pounds of rice.
You have to look. That's the thing. You have to look.
Well, we went to 6 different stores yesterday. What was it? Rural King, the dollar store, Target, Walmart, Kroger, and there was absolutely a couple of different dollar stores, no toilet paper anywhere. And I told the wife, the first time I run out of toilet paper, I'm installing bidets.
You probably better buy one now, one of them handheld ones.
Because that's just ridiculous,
Just to have it.
I understand that any type of flu virus is serious.
Yeah.
Because it is, But that's just like in 2009 when they had that, what was it, the H1N1 swine flu or whatever it was.
Something.
It took them, what was it, a year and a half before they got a vaccine. Where was the outrage and outbreak back then? There wasn't. It's a virus. They say, it's just like a flu. It's got to take its course, whether it's 10 days or 14 days.
Right.
They're saying the elderly have to be careful, or the ones that the immune systems are weak.
Yeah.
People don't need to get in a panic.
No.
Just be calm and everybody's got to take a crap. So don't pile the toilet paper up so we all have something to wipe with.
Right. They should just buy what you normally would buy because they're not going to stop making toilet paper.
This is getting, to me, I think it's getting, my opinion, it's getting blown way out of proportion.
I figured out what some people were doing with the toilet paper, and I laughed.
What?
I saw it. On
eBay, buy 4 squares for $2.50 and $1 shipping.
Oh, come on.
I was just cracking up. I'm like, are you kidding me?
People are really doing that on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, did you not see? I think somebody shared on a group, but I also saw it in the news. I think it was the guys in Tennessee and also some other people in Canada basically bought over $17,000 worth of hand sanitizer, disinfectant products, all sorts. They went to all the little odd-end stores and just went nuts.
Right.
They were trying to sell it for like huge, 500, 800% markups on like Amazon and other places. Well, Amazon shut them down. Now these people are being investigated and not publicly shamed more than anything.
Oh yeah, and you can go to jail for that too.
But now there's stuff in the warehouse. Yeah,
I hope they get stuck with every bit of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's like idiots wanting to just try to take advantage of people. You know, and
this is like I seen rolls of toilet paper on eBay for like $50, and then whole big thing for like 100 and something. And people selling them by the sheets, and
like maybe stuff is a lot more crazy. Like if you lived in a huge city, like say New York City, for instance, there's a lot of people, so you're not going to have a lot of stores compared to elsewhere like the Midwest where they make fun of us for being a flyover state,
right?
But obviously we have a lot more stores for our population, and those big cities, they're limited. So I bet that's probably a little bit crazy there,
right?
Where people are buying ridiculous priced items, but
probably a lot worse. But still,
I'm amused by all this. I am too,
because if just people would just continue life as normal, there would not be none of these problems.
Wash your hands, be sensible.
Wash your hands,
things.
buy only what you need, like you do every week, and life goes on. Don't panic and start buying everything on the friggin' shelves. And then it makes it harder for the next guy.
That's what really annoyed us was all the kids now, Ohio is like the first state to all of a sudden say kids not going to school, for 3 we've now at least.
Right.
So it was like, oh crap, now we got to deal with that. Now we got to make sure they have lunch stuff. So we have a full freezer, always keep one, but lunch stuff for the kids to make on their own, well, that's not a lot that we keep on hand.
Mm-hmm.
So for that type of food. So try going to the grocery store trying to find like the mac and cheese, I think Dennis was saying is gone, that was more annoying to me. It's like, really, people, we all have kids in this area. Yeah. What's your problem?
It looked like they bought kid food out. The Doritos were all sold out. Pepperoni pizza sold out.
Well, that just gives you an indication of it's every man for himself.
Apparently, right. Right, that's that's the outlook they're having, and it's like, it's silly too. It's like Dennis said, yes, it's another strain of a flu virus, but does that give you a reason to go hoarding happy and start buying everything?
They're closing the schools, and it's my daughter's senior year, for one thing, and they canceled the sports and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
But then they're expecting parents now to
swing by and pick up materials for your kids on Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I was like, no. I got work, sorry.
Yeah, right. What about the parents that have to work?
Send the email to the kids on what they need to do. I mean, it's annoying. Well, now, tonight, I guess our governor even made the comment. He was asked, does he foresee closing schools for the remainder of the year? And he says, absolutely, that's something that may happen.
Well, hey, here's an idea. The ones that ride the bus, why don't they take and have them load up on the bus, and the bus driver take their normal routes, stop at the homes or wherever they stop, they pick up their supplies there. You know what I mean? And since the teachers aren't going to have any students, they can just get the addresses and deliver the supplies themselves.
Or just do online school.
Well, most of it is online stuff. I guess there may be a handful of things where you need I don't know, handouts, but just get a digital copy and email it to people. I don't know. It's just annoying. It's going to get inconvenience. I feel bad for, obviously your retail hourly people that are going to really feel a pinch here. Yeah. That's the part that really bothers me. Like our daughters who moved out, like Cheyenne, for instance, works retail. They laid off over half the people in her store, and she's only working 1 day a week now.
She has to pay rent.
In college. Then our other daughter, Spencer, she right now
she's working at a
daycare, but as long as the state doesn't say no daycare, which could easily happen, then she has no job.
Right, that could very easily happen.
So that's who's really going to hurt and suffer is the people like in that, whether they're young adults or people working retail, and stuff. It's ridiculous, man.
That's the crazy part. But
well, I give kudos to I guess some of the first churches that closed down was in Indiana, but they were closing them down is they're opening up a daycare for the healthcare workers, the ones that are at the hospitals and taking care of all the stuff.
So, see, that's cool. That's a good idea.
So, yeah.
Or for nursing homes, hospitals, people, they have to be there to take care of people. They can't go home. They have to be there. That's the thing. There's no, closing them down. Them people have to be taken care of. So, what do you do? So, it's just getting every time you turn on the TV, you're hearing something else. It's getting closed down, and it's craziness right now.
Oh, I suspect it's going to mirror what's obviously in Europe, because that's why look at the news and see what's been developing in Europe, and pretty much in a day or two or a few days, that's going to happen here.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, because you got to think the virus seemed to get more of a bigger outbreak in like Italy.
Yeah.
And, some of the other countries, Spain, for instance, where they've locked down their borders. They've restricted all domestic travel. They've closed all the restaurants and stores, minus, groceries, banks, and pharmacies. And it's like ghost towns, and people are, in some areas, stuck in their own houses or apartments.
Right.
So, I mean, granted, I don't know how restrictive things could happen here. I mean, we're a different size and shape of a country, for one, not all really compacted like that. But still, I think that's an indication of what they may start doing here.
Now, do you see it like happening to where, the National Guard's brought in, and then they enforce a curfew and all this jazz like that?
All right. There's always a chance, because when they declare national disasters and emergencies and stuff, it opens up a broad base of powers. However, I think a lot of stuff's still going to be done at the state level with the governors, who would then use the National Guard if needed for response for, different things, safety things that they need to do. But as far as forced curfews, I think that's more of Hollywood type of garbage. There's a lot of protections within the Constitution. Now, would that mean it's always followed in a time of crisis? I still think for the most part, it would, because the fallout would be very dire. But, I mean, it's not like they can quarantine us like you see in the movies and not allow us out. I mean, technically they have the capability, but lawfully, no way.
Right. Now,
I could tell everyone, too, that make sure, I know some people, they're kind of old school and like to, do things their own way. But if you guys notice, Menards now is no longer cash. They don't accept cash. It's debit only.
Really?
So no one,
Really?
So, and I see a lot more of them getting ready to do that.
At Menards.
No way. That's the first I heard of that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard that either, but
we were just at Menards.
Yeah, they took my card.
Wow.
Unless their systems are having problems, I don't know.
No, they said they're not going to handle money or cash.
Oh, because of the threat of the virus.
Cash is the nastiest, dirtiest thing.
Yeah, you're already.
So some of the people I work with, they debit, they still write checks, and I told them, I said, you guys better get debit cards from your bank, because I think it's gonna. A lot of places will end up doing that. A lot of them will follow. Menards did it. Lowe's will do it. Home Depot will do it. It's either Menards or Home Depot, one or the other.
Wow, I didn't know that. But it makes sense, though. Cash is nasty, filthy, dirty stuff. I'm like you. I have just always used a debit card.
I always use cash.
I rarely ever have any cash. It's like,
we diversify.
Yeah. If I have cash,
you do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, I only use card if I have to. I'd rather just pay cash, and that way I don't have to worry about it. But
I swear I just have always. It might have a couple dollars in my wallet, and the rest is just.
Because I figure if I have cash when I don't have it, then I don't need it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See,
But a card you can always use, and you just keep using it and using it and using it.
Yeah, but it's kind of a good idea, Stop that.
Now, would we be able to go like camping or something, or would
that's probably the safest place
right now? There's no restrictions there.
Right.
I guess camping. No big festivals.
Right. No,
but I mean, like that thing coming up, for us with with Jesse and Ed and all them, that's later on down the line.
Oh yeah, I think we got more than enough time. Granted, I don't have crystal ball, but
See,
I don't think.
I'm optimistic that far ahead will be fine.
I hope.
Yeah,
I would so
think too.
Yeah.
Now maybe like come May with the gold show in Ohio, who knows?
Right.
Because they're estimating the stuff won't peak until about mid-late April as far as total cases.
Is that what they think? Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, that's always changing. Tomorrow it could be like, oh my God, we're in it for 2 years.
Yeah. Or, oh my God, we've got the cure. Line up to get your shot. Yeah.
What was the total death so far from this coronavirus?
I don't think anybody knows.
Well, are you talking globally overall?
No, just in the United States.
Just in the States.
There's less than 100 or something?
Yeah, I don't even.
Yeah, I don't even think it was 50 yet. I don't think.
I don't think it's even
how many
50
people died from the flu so far this year?
This year? I don't know.
Or last year? What was it? Over 20,000?
Last year it was like 30,000. Yeah.
Come on, they're just everybody take a deep breath, be calm.
Yeah. Breathe.
It'll be fine.
Woosah. Yeah. It's just relax.
Well, Dennis, I hope you don't wake up dying tomorrow.
I hope I don't either, but
it's like we all think it. It's like, who's going to say it though? Dennis will take it.
Well, Dennis has been sick all the time.
Yeah, Dennis was coughing and sick a couple of weeks ago.
Maybe he's taking zero.
He might.
The last time I went to the doctor, and this was right before they found out about the coronavirus. I was sick 3 different times with like a flu-like symptoms in 4 months. And the last time I went to the doctor, I even asked the doctor, I said, something ain't right. I said, I'm never sick like this.
Yeah. See, you might be patient zero, Dennis Dayton.
But I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine now, right?
I'm fine.
Well, it'll run its course. It's like every flu does. It's just if you got health problems, it could get you. It could get you bad. So I don't know. It's crazy. Just I had one of them Z packs. As I started taking it, man, I said I'm pumping myself up with the strongest antibiotic I got, and bring it on.
Yeah, that's what I took, the Z pack, and then what's that called? There's something else. You just take one a day for like 7 days.
Yeah, that's the Z-Pack. You take 2 the first day and then 1 a day for the rest of the week. I started taking it Thursday. I said, I'm getting that in my system. I said, why not? Why not? Get pumped full of antibiotics and maybe it'll help.
I'm just going to roll the dice.
Right. I mean,
let the chips fall where they may, my friend.
Right, and Kathleen, you're young. You'd be fine.
I'm not that young.
But
it's like people over 45, they're at risk.
Right. Well, here's the thing. And we say the same thing, Kathleen and I. It's like, don't stop living just because of this.
No, you can't.
I mean, honestly, why?
Right.
Yeah, I say, what is it? People under 25 and younger are just fine. You're safe, Shad. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Shad, you can go roll around in it. It won't hurt you.
Woo-hoo! Oh, that's what I made that comment at work. I'm like, they just need to get everybody all together and rub this virus all over us and then just see what happens. Somebody looked at me and go, that's not a good idea.
It's not funny, Shad.
Sure it is. Survival of the fittest.
Let your body build up the immunity or.
Well, right. That's why our bodies have immune systems to help fight crap off like this. It's like, come on, just.
Hey, you know what? We got alcohol. We're fine.
Right.
We do have some
until they close that down.
Okay.
Yeah, until they close that down.
Already closed.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Get flu shots every year. You'll be fine.
I won't get a flu shot.
Don't drink bleach.
Yeah, don't.
Don't do
no,
that.
you can't. Oh, or eat Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already shutting down bars and restaurants, but Now the restaurants you can get to go, but you can't eat in. Which
here's what's funny, and we just got anything you've ever signed up for online, you're getting emails now like your health and safety is our concern for such and such company. Well, the DoorDash or delivery for food.
Yeah,
you can order on a restaurant and they'll deliver. So they sent one. They added a new feature. It's called no contact delivery. When your dasher gets close, they will send a message, and then they will leave your food in a safe place, so it's no contact, and then text you once they leave your residence. So basically, they'll drop your food on your porch.
Right, pretty much.
Basically, you got to pay for it online before you get it.
Yeah, you always pay it online before. It's never there. But I just laugh. I'm like, okay, you're that afraid of them handing it to you, but yet they've been handling your food in their vehicle since they picked it up from the restaurant in their car with them while they're coughing. They could have had the Ebola virus for all you know and just throwing up all over the place. And then they just set your little bag on their porch and you think you're fine. How stupid are you?
I know. It's like, no DoorDash, no nothing. It's like, it's just craziness. Each day it's something different. You know? So what will tomorrow bring, I wonder? You wake up going...
Well, maybe this will reverse global warming and climate change.
Well, most of the jobs, they're basically saying if you can work from home, they want you teleworking from home now.
Right.
But the people that actually got to go into work and physically do labor...
Right.
Then I guess that's in question, too, what they're going to do. Because they don't want big groups of people. Well,
right.
Where a lot of us work in either warehouses or
factories and stuff like
large groups of people, so
right.
And they don't want that.
See, that's the thing. Unless unless they do like I forget where they was doing that. When you walk in, they check your temperature and make sure you don't have any kind of fever. And then if you don't, you're clear to go. If you got any kind of fever at all, nope.
I guess maybe I'll have to start doing that with my guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a heat gun to work, and when they walk in the door, I'll shoot them between the eyes and see if they pass the temperature
If they're
test.
fevered, send them home. That's right. Even the slightest.
If you're really concerned, just wrap yourself up in saran wrap and go to work. You'll be fine.
Sure. That's
well, they said that they test people with that heat gun.
Yeah.
And they said that the eye socket is the best place to test your temperature because that's the more closest reading that you're going to get.
Put a laser right in their eye.
Yeah, right. Shoot a laser. Freaking laser beam.
What if you were running because you were late to work and you're all hot and sweaty, though?
Or what if you're like having hot flashes like I do?
You're going home that day.
What if you just naturally sweat a lot?
It looks like you got the day off.
That's
then.
right. You got the day off. Yep. Yes, you do. You're going home. Everybody will have a Tyvek suit, too, next. So they'll be buying those up in hordes. There won't be none of those left. There's no face masks left for these guys doing drywall and stuff. It's like, it's like how they supposed to do their jobs. People are buying all them up.
Don't worry, you can go on eBay and buy a face mask for $50 to $80 that normally would cost you $1.25.
Oh my God!
You can go to Harbor Freight and get those heat guns. I mean,
they're what, $10 or something?
Yeah, they're not very much at all.
That's a good thing to have. You got company coming over, blast them with your freaking laser beam, just to make sure.
Yeah, we use them to check the radiators and check your car for thermostats and all that. Just
now they'll be used to check your company or your employees.
Yeah,
make sure they're not fevered, or if they are, turn them away. I mean,
we have gold fever.
That's right. I wonder what the temperature.
Prices,
what's
Shad?
the temperature of gold fever anyway, Kathleen?
Shad's gonna tell us.
All right, tell us, Shad.
Well, I will say, the gold fever has subsided a little bit, falling $49 down. It's sitting at $1,530. So steep drop.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is interesting, but
it is interesting.
Yeah, I read an article, but I forget. Silver's down $1. That's at $14.74.
Wow.
Silver is really weak.
Yeah.
keep going down, and I'll buy a bunch.
I know.
All right, platinum's down $9 at $763.
That's a lot. That's down a lot
So
too. Yeah.
that's normally 840 is average. Palladium, that one also fell $58 more. So I say more. It's down to 1,786, and if you remember last Wednesday, it was above 2,000 still.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and then even rhodium is not escaping unscathed. It fell $600 at 13,200.
Wow, that's a big drop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it plummet. I mean, plummet, baby, to like
13,000.
$13,200.
Yeah, I want to see it go down
I
to like
remember we were
100.
guessing around 10,000. Who was the closest? That wasn't too long ago.
No, it's shot up.
Wow.
Yeah, I got from the last time we guessed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's went crazy, but I'd like to see it go down to about 100 an ounce. And
yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people are paying attention to the news, but it looks like the Fed moved interest rates to 0.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of injecting and buying, treasury bonds and stuff to helpfully encourage banks to continue to lend and give credit, because that is dangerous. I've seen people commenting in the chat room about, get cash out just in case something happens where they freeze all the institutions, which could happen.
Yes, right.
But they're taking steps right now to ensure that doesn't. And
now, in your opinion, Shad, is this a time in a crisis like this that people should have, precious metals on hand?
Oh, I absolutely. I mean,
can't give investment advice.
Yeah, don't take us on
not investment advice in any way or form. But do you
honestly, I would think. I mean, we're not at the point where the good old greenbacks are worthless right now, obviously. Right. But yeah, of course. I mean, this is a gold treasure show. You should have precious metals and valuables,
right?
Like that. That could only help you. Should it go that route,
right. I'm hoarding the gold.
Or honestly, if you get desperate because everybody's jobs get kind of pulled, does that mean our bills stop? I highly doubt it.
Right.
So hold on to your gold and use it if you need to. That could mean something if you're laid off for a while. You never know.
That's right. See, this is true.
Yeah. What do they call it? Diversify.
Diversify.
Yeah.
That's a big word for this show. Diversify. I like it, though. Yeah, I don't think it definitely doesn't hurt to have some on hand, and everybody being, prospectors and miners, they should all have a little bit just tucked away for, just in
the
case.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, the anarchy.
I don't know. Evidently, toilet paper could command a high price.
Yeah, right. And who'd have thought that? I mean, we could have been mining that stuff for years and just going out and getting a roll and putting it away and putting it away. And
I will say this, though. I think I shared it on Facebook, but it is funny how some companies have sense of humor through all this and change their marketing, and advertisements to kind of make light of a situation.
Uh-huh.
So Liberty safes, great gun safes, obviously, for anybody.
Yeah.
But they sent out an email, I think it was on Friday or Thursday, and it had me dying laughing. It was the your apocalypse, coronavirus apocalypse, safe kit or whatever, and they had an image of their safe stocked of toilet paper.
I thought you made that one.
Oh, I saw that.
No, I didn't make that. No, that was Liberty Safe, and I was cracking up. I'm like, that is so smart. I mean, it's so funny, but again, obviously it's a pro Second Amendment company.
Sure,
so that's why.
In this world we live in, right? I mean, I thought, that's one she had made up. That's a good one.
No, I can't take credit for that, but it was funny.
And I seen something too. Kathleen had posted that somebody was stealing the toilet paper at her work.
Well, in general, just there's articles everywhere where people are taking it from their employers.
Sure.
So that's insane.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you think it'll get desperate when people are breaking open the plastic boxes in the stalls to get it, but like a lot of businesses have, like Kathleen said, they gotta stock all their bathrooms, so they have a huge supply on hand all the time.
Sure, but they got to reorder it too, and it's like, oh gosh, if they're trying to reorder and can't get it, It's not a good thing. Or even like nursing homes and hospitals, they got to buy it to fill every bathroom, and if it's gone and they can't get it either, because look, you can't even get it on Amazon until like April 10th.
Yeah, but they order directly from the company. They don't have to shop for Walmart.
But these companies are still supplying these other places too. So I just wonder how hard it is for them to get it.
Probably not hard.
Yeah,
probably not hard at all.
I would hope it isn't, but that's not a reason for people to steal it. Either.
Right.
And that's kind of crazy. But I remember a while back they were showing that huge roll of Charmin you could buy. I don't know if you guys seen it. I've seen
the Forever Roll.
Yeah, that thing's huge. It's like 2
Everybody
foot diameter.
Thought that was funny, and why would you ever need that?
Yeah. Well, they must have knew something nobody else did.
Yeah.
When they started advertising.
Maybe this is all orchestrated by the toilet paper companies.
Maybe
this whole thing.
When you think about it, because you only started seeing that ad a few months ago, and it was like, oh, who needs that? Now it's like, dang, I wish I had one of them. It's like, make things that make you go, that's one of them. Right there. The signs were there, people. We just weren't seeing them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Worst case scenario, get a rag.
Well, I say while we talk about that, though, let's look at our apocalyptic birthdays for tonight.
Oh, that sounds like a win-win. Dennis, you singing?
Yeah, sure.
Are you really? Take it away then.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Dun, dun, dun.
And many more.
All right. Well, it is March 15th. Get ready. Andrew, Bill, Central Virginia Gold Dredgers, Charles Dickens, Charles Miller, Greg Hensel, Heidi Summers, Jay Mills, Joel Jerome, Joseph Sweeney, Mel, Randy B, Terry H. Johnson. And then tomorrow, I can only see a handful, but we have Darren, David, Donovan Boob, Jim Thomas, John Lago, and Larry Murray.
Happy
That's
birthday.
his name, Donovan Boob.
Birthday.
Well, happy birthday, everybody. Who you highlighting, Donovan Boob?
Evidently, because you little children on this show making it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, Donovan Boob is from Zilla, Washington, so West Coaster there. Donovan Boob enjoys prospecting for gold, does not belong to any clubs, but he discovered the site because he watches Jeff Williams on YouTube, and he announced he would be on the show.
Oh, cool.
So technically, who referred him
Jeff
was
Williams.
Slim, LOL. He's looking to get started with the sluice and pan, so he was a relatively new gold prospector back when he joined, and that was in 2014 in November.
Oh, wow. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday. Now, I know we talked about this before, but I wonder if there's going to be a massive birth rate in 9 months because of all this anarchy. Yeah.
Most likely.
But I thought we were supposed to have social distancing, so...
This is true, but, if you're cramped up in the house, it's like... Hey.
Either that or a hell of a lot of divorces.
Right.
Go either way.
Good point, Jan. I didn't think of it that way. Uh-huh.
Probably both.
Probably.
Yeah, drive each other nuts. You want away from each other.
Mm-hmm. Probably both. This is true.
What are you trying to say, Rich?
Well, majority of the workforce, we're still got to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
We're not
Oh,
going to be in the house. Like,
And I'm sorry, people, you are not a hero for going out and doing your job right now in this current environment.
yeah, really.
We're nothing special. You are not risking anything. You're doing your damn job for yourself
pretty
and
much,
your
you're
family.
getting paid for it.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, you are getting. Everybody's still getting paid for doing their jobs. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I don't. We don't have the answers, even though our answers are kind of good. I think. You know.
I mean,
But if you are sick with the coronavirus, or what is it called, COVID-19,
COVID-19.
well, use that opportunity while you're feeling like crap and, thinking you're going to
What's this
die to
special
catch
word
up on
you
all the
said?
archives on Gold Prospectors.
what's the special word now that they're using?
Binge.
COVID-19.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is it
What does it stand for?
Corona.
virus?
No, but
ID.
they said it was not identified or something like that. What do they call it now?
I don't know, Rich.
I don't know.
It's
You
called
guys
the
don't know what
coronavirus disease, and it's just the COVID.
Oh no, there's a new liberal thing now that you're not allowed to say coronavirus. You
No,
gotta say
I thought
something-
that was, you can't say it where it originated from, Wuhan or Wuhan,
Oh, the Wuhan
coronavirus
flu?
or China
it's got to
coronavirus.
be some special thing now that spells something out.
Well,
that
it's
is-
COVID-19 is what everybody in the press keeps posting.
Yeah, right. That's,
What was it?
COVID-19.
Well, what's COVID-19 stand for?
It references coronavirus disease.
That's the abbreviation.
Yeah, COVID's
Must be,
the abbreviation.
yeah.
They're calling it something else.
Huh? I don't know. I
I
haven't
have
heard.
to find out what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm getting my facts directly from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, not CNN fake news.
Yeah.
That's the politically correct term for it, is COVID-19, right? I guess so. See? Yes, and Swiftwater is not here tonight.
Does
Is he mining?
Does he got the corona, or is he actually mining?
He ain't mining. We know that.
I gotta say, that was savage. Whoever posted the thing about NASCAR being closed,
Yeah.
it has no.
Yeah, I forget who that was.
And that's probably why Scott ain't here, because they closed NASCAR, and we know how he is. So, yep. But we have no clue why Scott didn't make it tonight. He's just not here. So make sure to light up his Facebook feed with more of those Swiftwater.
What can we come up with then?
Messing
What
with
do you think we should
Swiftwaters.
post?
Oh, goodness. Them ones last week were funny that Joe made up. My God, those were great. You know, that one. Every time I think of that one, I laugh. But, what could it be for Scotty boy? We got the whole show to think about this. So,
We do.
yeah, anybody in the chat room got any ideas, let us know.
Post it.
We'll
Yeah.
start blasting Scott's timeline with these things, okay?
All right.
Or if people listening got one they just want to blast on there, go for it. Have fun with it. You know? Scott loves it, so the more you send, the happier he is. So send more. More and more and more. Right, guys?
That's right.
That's right.
And now Rich said he had some Cooley's Corner tonight. Now, Dennis, do you got your lost treasures?
Yeah, actually, I got a little, because I was kind of asking around on a site yesterday. I said, any suggestions? And WI Gold said, hey, how about Puerto Rico? I said, sounds good to me.
So where are you going to be tonight, Puerto Rico?
It's going to be, Puerto Rico and the area around Puerto Rico and close to it.
Now, is Shad going to do any of the weird laws for that area?
I hope he does.
If there is any weird laws for Puerto Rico?
It's Puerto Rico, man. It's filled with weird laws.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. So we'll have those, too. It's to look forward to. So what we could do, we could take a quick break. We can come back, turn it over to Rich, and do some Cooley's Corner. What do you guys think? Sound good?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good.
All right. We'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights. Rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit DirtHogPayDirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. DirtHogPayDirt.com, the best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Join Rich Cooley as he talks about equipment, new products, and so much more for all us prospectors and treasure hunters. Here's Rich.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cooley's Corner. Tonight, I was going to talk about gold in Georgia. But since we had this stuff going on this weekend with the coronavirus and everything, I guess we'll do a group chat basically on survival.
Ooh, okay.
What kind of stuff do we all need?
Okay.
Some people think that, accessories are more important. Some people think that, our ammo and our guns are more important.
Mm-hmm.
What, as we say as a group, what do we think is important to us?
Oh, good topic, Rich. Definitely. Well, to me, hoarding toilet paper is not an importance.
Yeah.
I think that I definitely believe that you should have some ammo on hand and just your basics, but like me, I have a well, so I don't worry about the bottled water thing. And,
right.
And, I think like we said earlier, being miners, most of us have generators where we could keep a refrigerator going or freezer or something like that. So, those kind of things I think are important for us to have right now.
A couple months ago they were getting on this real kick, and I was wondering where they were going with this, but these survival foods.
Yeah.
They were coming up with all these emergency kits now that they were trying to sell for these survival foods, and they were really getting into trying to pawn these things off on people. And
right, you're right. See, I forgot about that.
And now it all kind of makes sense, the different kinds that legacy food storage and all kinds of survival. I heard of survival frog and
now
companies. There are all kinds of
real good. real good one called Four Patriots.
Now, I still wish I had some of those. Yeah, that would be nice to have some, what are they, sea rations or whatever they're called?
Patriot Supply, and then they have Emergency Essentials. What was it? Augustine Farms.
Mm-hmm.
They have all kinds of containers that are just full of different types of foods for survival.
Sure. Now, does
emergency rations, all kinds of different stuff.
Now, do any of us have any of those things like that, Rich?
I do.
I thought
I have MREs and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you do too, Rich?
Foods. Yeah, I'm stocked up on canned foods, MREs.
Okay. Dennis?
Bottled water.
I go with the company that's called Patriots, or that Patriot Supply.
Okay, you do that
I took
one.
some to Idaho last year, but I've got a 6-month supply.
Oh,
and
see,
it's good for 25 years, and they actually sell like a 3-day supply. I always suggest, before you go buy a bunch, try it, see what you guys think. I like it, and I got a 6-month supply last year, and I plan on getting another 6-month supply this year. So I've always got at least a year on hand.
Okay. See, that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if you can even buy them now, or if they're having a big rush on them, like a lot of these other things. Is there a wait to get them? Like if you want to order toilet paper on Amazon.
I don't have any.
Me neither.
I don't do that. One, I hate MREs, so you can kiss my butt. 2, the way I look at it, if things get that desperate, well, now I know Dennis has a year's supply, so I guess I'll take all my guns and bullets and go get them.
Go to Dennis's house. Yeah. There we go. All right, what else, guys?
Well, I'm with you. I mean, a lot of people have been saying it in the chat room, obviously primitive skills. Well, that would inquire people to, be outdoorsy. Well, This is a gold prospecting treasure show, so they're here.
Right.
But that would entail like fishing line, hooks, stuff to, get your own food, gather your own food capabilities in a dire situation. I mean, we talk about guns and ammo. Okay, that's great. But what does that mean? Well, I have a few primary of my modern weaponry are specific calibers, and the majority of them. I don't want no unique calibers that maybe would become scarce right away.
Okay.
Right.
So obviously like 9mm, 45s, those are going to be very prevalent, even 38s.
22s.
Yeah, for personal protection, handguns, those would be your primary calibers and type of firearms. 22 is great for small game hunting.
Yeah,
bullets are so stinking cheap. It's lightweight. That's a great weapon to have, a small little rifle there.
They'll last a long time, yeah.
Exactly.
Shells will last a long time with them. I mean,
Yep.
Sure.
I mean, and then obviously if you're looking at your rifles, well, of course the AR platform's really good. Popular around. It's everywhere. People have tens of thousands of it lying around. So you're always going to come across it in some shape or form. So that's a good also for hunting, but personal protection as well to have. And then maybe you want a rifle. I have a 308 I use, so I don't have too many rounds there, but I have enough for that specific use of a hunting rifle for larger game. So that's kind of how I think about it, and that most of my ammo stocked is for those primary type of calibers where there's numerous availability in the marketplace, obviously, for guns or ammo down the road should I need it. Not like some of those really you wouldn't want a really unique round,
right? Okay.
You want something you'll come across. Right. So that's always from the firearms, and it's not really just from personal protection, but also the capability to provide you food.
Right, but like you said, this is basically everybody here is an outdoorsman.
Right.
And we all have the ability to hunt and to fish and to stuff like that. I mean, it's in our nature. We know how to do it. So, I think we're okay. I really do when it comes to that. So that's a good thing to have in our arsenal. We're ready. We're outdoorsmen. We know we know how to.
And make sure you have an adequate supply of essential oils.
Yes. That's something you can't have.
Hey, I
enough of.
make all of my soap and stuff, so I don't have to.
They're not running.
Right. Antibacterial.
I was going to say, Kathleen, now, if you had to order some essential oil supplies, are they running low or anything? Because people making, like you said, soaps and...
They're not running low.
Okay.
Not that I know of. I mean, I haven't really been buying anything recently just because.
She has a huge stockpile.
She has a stockpile of it. Kathleen's hoarding essential oils.
Pretty much.
Now, see, Darth said that they're sold out of the MREs.
Oh, I believe it.
See, so that's what I figured too. That anything like that's going to just be gone, because now's when everybody wants to buy them. They didn't want to buy them before, but now they want to buy them. So, okay, continue on, guys.
Yeah, but then they won't need toilet paper.
This is true. Now, I know you hate them. I could eat them every day.
Yeah, but if you eat them for a prolonged period of time, it does make you constipated where you can't take a crap easily.
Where you don't need said toilet paper. Right, I'm with you.
So, yeah, that's one benefit if you're, whatever.
See, it is a benefit. Nice. All right.
But they do, one MRE does give you over 2,000 calories, one single MRE. So technically that's enough for your total daily calorie intake to keep you sustained. That's what most people don't. They will eat 3 of those all day long. It's like, geez, you just ate like 10 Big Macs, basically, of food. You're crazy.
That's a lot of calories then, yeah. In a day. Mercy. Mercy. So what else, guys? What else do you guys have in your, preparedness arsenals?
Batteries?
Batteries.
Your basic essentials when... Especially it's wintertime or survival, you always need, of course, batteries, flashlights, radios, any kind of survival gear. It has to do with sleeping bags and blankets and pillows and anything that naturally to keep you warm, especially still being wintertime. And
yeah, it's still cold.
Yeah, I'd say everyone should always have a first aid kit handy on hand too.
Yeah.
Your
like Chad said about, he stocks up on gas for his generators, and so he can keep his cold stuff cold.
Sure.
Just like me, I got a lot of cold stuff too, and
get all that meat.
Gotta keep it cold. I mean, I can last a good long time with what I got.
You could, definitely.
So,
in worst case, run out and get some dry ice if things start looking.
Or just put it outside if it's cold enough. I mean,
yeah, true.
Right.
Depending.
Right, this is true.
Well, here's my thinking, right? We as a society are so dependent on technology, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So for anything that you're using technology-wise that such as requires batteries, generators, gas, and stuff, you should always have the ability to somehow preserve or have things in the event all that goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So granted, we have our phones not just for communication, but for maps. You may have GPSs. So obviously the equivalent of non-technology would be a compass and regular type of maps. Always good to have. Like Rich said, if you live in a colder environment, save money on your fuel or gas and just use the outdoors if the temperature permits, or the rivers or streams that hold a low temperature to keep some things cold.
Right.
I have my house basically set up for, I have a heat pump, but I have a backup for propane. So I have a propane fireplace that'll heat my whole house.
Oh, okay.
Just in case of emergency. And then I have a generator in case we need, electric for the, to keep stuff cold or...
Right. So
if not, you can always put it in a cooler and set the cooler outside and keep it cool,
Now, one of the other things is that Patriot Supply, they also have a really cool, it's a solar panel generator.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
It doesn't make any noise quiet, and it's supposedly you can, power 2 or 3 items.
That's cool.
Throughout the night. Yeah, it's really cool.
That could work.
And there are, I guess that would be another good thing, Dennis, solar powered stuff. I mean, we don't even have really any of that minus one little thing for like a battery bank for your phone.
Yeah, I have nothing solar powered.
But solar, I mean, you could recharge your batteries if you needed, power some small things.
Yeah, I've got that.
I got a Harbor Freight, and I have those 2 jumper packs.
Uh-huh.
And I use them for prospecting. And basically, they're just jumper packs, and you can charge them up with a solar thing or just plug them into a wall socket or whatever. But they'll last a long time to charge your phones up. You know, I bring one along prospecting, and it'll charge my phone up the whole week that I'm there, pretty much.
Oh. Yeah.
You know,
I've got a solar power from the Patriot Supply, a phone charger. It'll charge a phone, a tablet. Just set it on your dash, and you're good to go.
See, that makes sense. Something solar powered. You know, I have nothing solar powered. Nothing. So I'm screwed. I need to get to Harbor Freight, apparently.
Just have a lot of ammo, and you'll be able to acquire stuff if it gets
that. Yeah. I guess that's the key. You know, and that is the key. You know, I was just seeing that Why Gold posted he has a kit, and he's called an earthquake kit. They have MREs, tuna, spam, batteries, flashlights, glow sticks. Good idea. Candles, kerosene lanterns, trash bags, spoons, forks, solar radio, generator, sleeping bags, and extra medication. Yeah, now spam and potted meat, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think just be buying all that stuff up.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I'm going to the dollar store tomorrow and getting me some potted meat, baby.
And spam. I love that
spam.
Stuff.
I'm loading up. That's going to be my...
that'd be a pretty good earthquake kit to have a generator and everything in it.
Yeah, that's a good earthquake kit. Yeah, you're prepared, right, for, your power outage, you got some food, you got your meds, you got, sleeping bag, keep warm. See, good idea. Yeah. I don't even have spare batteries. I didn't look at the store to see how the battery
there's tons
was.
of batteries.
Do they?
Like I said, everything is going to happen in succession if it goes that far. You know, usually you get your initial rush. Well, we just had the initial rush.
Well, I haven't been to a store yet that's been stripped.
Even in our area where a lot of food and other supplies have been gone, there's plentiful in batteries. People aren't thinking that
probably more happened in the city where there's more people, but where I'm at, I mean, we just had different items that were completely gone.
Right.
I mean, I didn't have bare shelves at the whole stores.
No, not at all.
Back in the cold section, where the meats and cheeses and stuff were, they were picked through pretty good, but there was still some there.
But see, you notice
the eggs and stuff like that. There was still some there,
right? But you notice how it's different in every area. Yours was like that. Mine had tons. There was tons of milk, tons of meat. But yet in other areas there's not. It's like there's no meat.
There's just certain items,
right? And ours too.
Like paper towels and water and ramen noodles.
I've never seen so many paper towels at our grocery store. Right when you walked in, there was a massive pile of them to the left of paper towels, and I'm like, I seen all them. I'm like, what? If they got this many paper towels, what's the toilet paper issue then? You buy some paper towels if you have to. For God's sake.
Take a toilet paper roll and cut it up.
Yeah, just cut it in
three
half.
lengths. You have toilet paper.
Yeah, just chop it into threes. You got plenty.
Really?
Well, here's your latest news alert.
Uh-oh.
The CDC recommends that gathering of 50 people or more in the U.S. be canceled or postponed within the next 8 weeks because of coronavirus.
Okay, so that would bring us into May, June.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much almost into June. So if that's
say that one more time.
Go ahead.
The Center of Disease Control, CDC, recommends that gatherings of 50 people or more in the U.S. be canceled or postponed in next 8 weeks because of coronavirus.
Okay. Right. So if that's the case,
first they were saying, hey, try to limit to 500, then 100. Now it's 50.
Now it's, okay.
But again, people, go to work, do your damn job. You're not a hero.
Yeah, just don't be going to...
That's the only way stuff's going to get really messed up is if people just stay afraid and in their homes. Right. More businesses are going to be closed down, more people not working, no more money. That's when we're going to have real problems. So just
one thing I want to say, too, is everybody please pay attention to the elderly.
Yeah.
If you know you live somebody close to you that's an elderly, be nice, check up on them, see if they have the toilet paper, see if they have the hand stuff.
Right.
See if they have some of the essentials, because back in their days, And you read so much stuff that people were saying, they found the elderly walking around the stores just flabbergasted because they have a half a roll of toilet paper left, and they don't know what to do because back in their days they didn't do that. Everybody shared, you know.
Right. They bought what they needed. That's it. That's the key.
And they only took what they needed.
Right.
And now today's...
Well, society is way different. Now they don't care.
Keep that in mind. If you have the elderly that lives close to you and you know somebody, check up on them, or just take it upon yourself and make up a bag and ring their doorbell and give it to them, or set it on their porch and ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
I will say this, Rich. Another component is we found out not all the elderly is even aware of what is going on.
My mom has no idea.
What? She had no idea.
Yeah, they don't get on Facebook.
She doesn't get on Facebook. She doesn't watch them.
They don't watch TV.
She just thinks it's a flu.
Stations,
Yeah, true. Good point.
What's going on?
Good point there. Yeah, right.
They don't go to the store that much, and all of a sudden they walk in the store and everything's is gone. And they're like, what?
Yeah, what's going on here? True. Wow.
They're down to their last roll of toilet paper, and they're not thinking anything, and they walk in and see everything gone.
Yeah, they have no clue what's going on. You're right. That's a good point there. I think these stores need to just start setting limits. And that's
a lot of ours have,
and they should. They should be.
They should. And it should be common decency. But the problem is our society is getting so stupid and self-serving anymore that the people just don't care. Like there were signs even at Menards today, don't take any more than 3 disinfectant cleaning products, right?
Right.
I still saw one older gentleman there loading up 6 gallon-sized bottles of disinfectant cleaner, and I just looked at him like, why? I mean, honestly, why? What is wrong with you? I mean, people are very selfish nowadays.
Yeah.
But again, that's how it always is with society.
If you only took what you need, that would let somebody else get some. I just don't get it.
Right. There wouldn't be this problem right now if you took what you needed, like you do
when I went and got toilet paper, there was 6 left on the shelf. I just grabbed one.
What you needed.
But here's the thing, you look at the workers. You think they're going to really challenge people all the time for getting too many because
someone got stabbed.
And then
true.
What was it? Georgia there were 2 guys were fighting over a case of water.
Yeah.
And this was on Friday. One guy grabbed a wine bottle, broke it, and used it to stab the other guy.
Fighting over water that you could turn on your spigot.
You do have a faucet with tap water that you can bottle yourself, you dummy people.
Right.
Why spend $50 on water, to have like 12 cases. When
this crazy scare is over with, everybody knows you can slowly start gathering this stuff up and preparing for the next flu virus that comes out. They don't have a vaccine for, just like every other one.
Next year. Yeah, you mean?
Yeah. Evidently, preppers were onto something to some extent.
To some extent, yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yes, to some extent, I agree.
Well, somebody knew something was going on because a couple months ago, man, it was like every time I'd seen advertisements for these survival kits.
See, I'm with you, Rich, and that jumbo toilet paper.
Yeah.
So those 2 things we was seeing advertisement for like 6-7 months ago, like crazy. And then this happens. And you're not seeing those ads no more, are you? Nope.
No. And they did say it's only election years. So, I mean...
It does.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories that some are very coincidental, if you ask me.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll put it that way.
This has got to be the worst one.
I wasn't going to go there, Shad, but you're right.
You are right. And Kathleen, you're right. This is the worst one by far.
This is the worst because there's a lot of hate out there.
Yes.
It's at the global.
Our country is divided.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
And
seeing this part of humanity just makes me just want to be by myself.
Right. It makes you want to...
Surrounded by our toilet paper.
My fortress of toilet paper.
That's right.
You want to quarantine yourself to stay away from it. I'm with you, Kathleen. It's just stupid. God, is it stupid. And this is the worst yet in our lifetime that I've ever seen. You know?
But the thing to me that amazes me isn't the fact that it's just isolated here in the U.S. It's the entire world that's panicking. Right. Well, I shouldn't say everywhere, but the vast majority of the Western nations seem to be flipping out.
Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. It's.
But do you feel that the media have promoted or basically kind of helped foster the environment?
Oh, definitely.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
I mean, granted, I know they say, well, that's just you far right people are crazy that are saying that. But I don't know. Even still, when you read the wording of the headlines, that puts a whole different scare tactic.
It's very frightening.
And I read the news of all sources. Not just like Fox News, but CNN, MSN. I look at all of them across the board, and I laugh at most days because you can see certain news sites how they are with the wording that they choose on their headlines. Like, don't even bother opening the article. But it's like, it sounds, if that was your only news source, and like you were like a devoted CNN person, holy cow, they would have you scared to death right now. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's just based on their words, not the fact, yes, it is a serious issue. There are concerns you need to be aware, and there are implications happening around us right now. But the wording that they use really can terrify people.
Yes.
And I think that is so irresponsible.
The media has created this scare.
Yep.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, you have to watch what you're saying anything because it's, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they could take the smallest thing and turn it into a mess.
Well, and trust me, let's not beat around the bush. I mean, CNN and our president really hate each other.
Right.
So CNN is definitely utilizing this as just another opportunity to be very negative and attack our president, which is their choice. But it's like, it makes me laugh. Because I'm like, man, you don't even try to cover it up now.
No, they don't.
You don't care.
Honestly, but they're getting away with it. You know?
But that's why, honestly, we look at across all news organizations to get our own opinions, not just follow one blindly, obviously. Because, hey, like somebody just said in a chat room, bad news sells better, good news doesn't. So, yeah, our craziness out there, it's going to draw people to watch you over than the other news channels.
Right. Mm-hmm. This is true. See, I don't know. You just shake your head a lot, don't you?
I do.
I know I do, yeah. I just listen to that crap and just shake my head.
Well, and for someone like me, too, who's quite sensitive to how people are feeling, it's stressful at work just to feel how anxious everybody's getting. And it's just, I just don't want to go outside.
Yeah, I'd rather just stay inside for the next 2 weeks myself.
Yeah.
Well, here's what we also have the primary elections going on, right? Mm-hmm. As well as some local things happening. Like they're trying to sneak in a school levy. That's ridiculous. Right. And that we're supposed to vote on Tuesday. And they haven't canceled it yet, which surprises me. I figure they will soon, though.
Yeah.
But I do find it interesting that, you have, like, for instance, if you are a Democrat, you have your presidential primaries, and that's kind of a big deal. Mm-hmm. So I find it very odd about what's going on and the impacts that it's going to have down the road with a lot of this stuff. Some states are delaying. What does that mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, how will they do it for the presidential election?
Exactly.
It'll be totally different then. You all can gather.
Oh, I don't doubt things are already.
You all can go gather in thousands to vote, but don't have a bigger group of 50 and anything else.
Yeah, it's got some strange things, like you said there. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Just don't know what to think anymore. Sometimes.
Well, I think the weather's going to start getting better in the next few weeks to where get out there camping and prospecting for gold.
That'll help, and the warm weather will just bring everybody's spirits up, hopefully, and make them more, I don't know, better people. So they'll quit hoarding stuff. Leave some for the other people. Everybody needs it. Quit hoarding it. God, just stop.
Yeah.
I mean, just stop. It's crazy.
Yeah, I do hope that they don't really try to close everything down. Like Why Gold just posted, he's a big metal detectorist. He likes to go out there to parks, beaches, and stuff. And he says they've closed off all the parks and the beaches.
Why?
He said due to sewage, but the North Beach is not right now. But obviously, there you lose those areas where you're able to go and enjoy prospecting or mining or metal detecting like he does. Mm-hmm. That sucks if that really gets closed off to you.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't.
No, we don't. Yeah. I haven't seen too many shortages of car wax. I think I did hoard up on some of that, So I could be that guy. If they say you have to rub your body down with carnauba, then, you're in trouble. Because I'm probably the guy that's got it all. So I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. Yeah, but I won't hoard toilet paper, just car detailing products.
So are you saying that car detailing products are your most important essential item?
Yeah, as long as I have that, I'm good.
You left that out when we were talking about survival items, Tim.
It slipped my mind, and I don't know how. It's like, yeah, that's my essential item is waxes and shiny stuff that make things shine.
You should be happy it's not the zombie apocalypse, because that would be difficult to always keep nice and clean.
It would be tough. Running zombies over would make your car kind of.
And then, you imagine how difficult bugs are to get off your car.
I know. I'd be constantly washing and waxing. Goodness, and that pass I got at the car wash to wash my car anytime I want probably wouldn't be no good no more. Or I could run it through 2 to 3 times a day. It's like, yeah.
A day.
Well, I got that monthly thing. I pay a monthly subscription. I can wash it as often as I want. I can just go anytime, drive up, the gate opens, and I run it through. So yeah.
Now, what would you do, Tim, if you go tomorrow and they say, sorry, we are closed due to coronavirus?
I'd be a little upset because I paid for
your money back.
Yeah,
would that really hit home for you?
It would hit home. I'd be like, okay, I'm done with this. Give me a refund, and I'm canceling my subscription plan. If I can't wash my car a couple times a day, if I wanted to, then I'm heartbroken. Yeah. Yes. It's not good. That's my essential. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's my issue. Kathleen's is essential oil. Mine is car detailing product.
Yeah, but her essential oils can help cure.
It can be medicine too.
Yeah, medicine, keep you clean, keep you alive.
Well, some of your car detailing products could keep you clean, like the soaps. You could probably wash yourself with car wash soap. It'd probably clean you pretty squeaky clean. And leave
wax mad with the car wax, right?
Yeah, and leave a fresh scent. Some of that car wash stuff smells pretty good. Hang
an air freshener around your neck, right?
That's right.
You don't need deodorant.
No, you don't. So just saying, it's good. It's all good.
Hey, Amazon has just put out a warning. Tune in to Gold Prospector Space for your news. Amazon is warning of delivery delays and running out of items.
Of all? Wait. I thought that was
not
just
all items, but I'm
say
sure specific items, obviously, that are hard to get in stores right now. But expect delivery days. So does that mean we get our Prime membership money back?
I doubt it. See, when I looked on there, I'm like, I'm just going to look on there for toilet paper, just,
And there's none.
And right, there was none, and like you said, if there was, it was like available for delivery April 10th. And I'm like, okay.
Is that even the ones that are $100-some?
No, it was on Amazon. It was normal prices,
Oh, okay.
But you couldn't get it today. I couldn't get it tomorrow with my Prime delivery. I have to wait.
Yeah, but we checked also.
April 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was the soonest. Was April 10th, and I'm like, God, that's a month away.
All right, here's an interesting story up for debate.
Okay.
This has nothing to do with prospecting news, dear. This is about if you live in Kentucky. Okay? Now, they have an obscure law there that allows for the forced self-quarantine and they are actually holding a 53-year-old man who refused to self-isolate that tested positive for the virus. Basically, he's refusing to stay in his house or in his wherever he lives. So he is now under 24/7 armed guard. That has been.
That's just scary.
Yeah.
You know, the governor said the state had to make the unusual move to protect others, and they could see more cases of this. He hoped he never would have to take this type of a step, but their laws allow them to, and the judge backed them up on it.
Well, sure, but
that's scary.
But your police force is only so big, and if more people decided to do that,
that's how you really cause a lot more problems.
Right, that's when you're right, but that's the citizens creating more problems than should be. If you have it, self-quarantine yourself and stay in the house.
Yeah,
I mean,
just like
God.
If you have the flu and you're running a fever, it's contagious. Stay home.
Yeah.
Otherwise, someone else can catch the flu for it. That's just common sense.
It is. It's just, it's very common sense. Jeez, my brother said he went and got his oil changed, right? He's like, I went to the dealership. There's nobody there. I'm sitting there waiting on my oil change. He said a guy comes in, sits down across from him, 4 feet away, starts coughing, sneezing, don't even cover his mouth. And he's like, really? He said, I got up and left. And I'm like, well, that was a smart move. Why won't people at least, cough in their in their arm or something, Don't.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, yeah.
Yeah, you just, that's a problem like that. That's how it spreads. And it's like, just don't do that. Have some respect for others around you. It's common sense. Jesus. It's just anarchy. Now, like I said, in all of our years, I've never seen nothing like this. Even when we had that stupid Y2K thing and people were buying and hoarding stuff, it didn't get this bad, I don't think.
I don't think it did.
I don't think so, did it, Kathleen?
No.
Yeah, I really don't. This is the worst I've ever seen. I've never seen shelves empty and stuff like that. It's like, what's going on? Just ready for it to just get back to normal. This crazy world get back to where it belongs, as normal as it can be, I guess, right? That's it. Crazy.
It will.
Oh, it will. But when? A month, 2 months?
We don't know.
Yeah.
When the media quits making it a big deal,
they should just shut the media down for a couple months, and everything will be fine.
Close the media.
Right, close the media. Problem is solved. I've seen that posted, and that's a genius idea. Just make them...
Well, you can't. It's in the Constitution, freedom of the press. Like I said, you can't pick or choose which constitutional laws you want to follow.
That's
it's either
true.
all or nothing.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
too,
true.
Shad.
They just have to be blacklisted by people not listening to them. That's all.
Right. But right. You're right. It's... God, I don't know. Keep shaking our heads, Dennis.
Well, Dennis, don't you have stuff on Puerto Rico?
I think he does.
Are we done with riches?
Yeah.
I think so. That was a good segment.
Yeah, I think we're good. We covered a lot.
That went really well. So now that means it's time for... You know what time it is. It's time for Lost Treasures with the Indiana Gold Hunter himself, Dennis Dayton. Tonight, Dennis is in Puerto Rico searching for lost treasures. Take it away, Dennis.
All right. Well, I've got to thank W.I. Gold for this one. He's the one that recommended it yesterday. And there's a lot of what I'm going over tonight is going to be like a lot of shipwreck treasure.
I like
around that
shipwrecks.
area.
Yeah, shipwrecks are cool.
So this is, and if I can't get through it all tonight, we'll have a part 2 of it next week.
Okay.
Because there's actually, a lot of it.
And is Shad doing his weird laws afterwards like he usually does?
I hope so.
All right, cool.
But anyway, while pirates and now I'll just forewarn everybody, there's a lot of Spanish words in here, and I'm sure I'm going to be hacking them up. So
looking forward to it.
I'm going to do the best I can.
All right.
But anyway, while pirates and privateers were a constant threat to the treasure fleets, hurricanes became a greater enemy. The torrential rains and violent winds whipped the seas into savage furies that destroyed more ships, claimed more lives and engulfed more treasure than the outlaws who preyed the high seas.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of the 1400s, the Spanish knew about the hurricane season. For this reason, they devised a schedule to lessen the risk of a treasure fleet sinking. Ships had left Cadiz, C-A-D-I-Z, in January, and from Havana in May or June. The timetable worked well, in theory, but failed to account for a variety of delays the ships encountered both at sea and in port. The first treasure fleet disaster occurred in April 1554. A few weeks prior to the arrival of the Nuevo España Flota, 4 ships departed Veracruz under the command of Antonio Corzo. 20 days later, a hurricane sank 3 of the vessels off Padre Island, Texas. Although the San Andreas escaped and finally reached Havana, she was battered beyond repair. About half of the 300 people aboard the San Esteban, Espiritu Santo, and the Santa Maria de Yacar, I don't know what that is, perished, with the exception of a single person who survived, died trying to walk back to Mexico, which they believed was closer than it actually was. Within 2 months after those in Veracruz learned of the disaster, they sent out a salvage expedition. Divers located the wrecks and retrieved about half of the silver coins and bullion before nasty weather forced them to abandon their salvage operations.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers likely destroyed the Santa Maria de Yacar while dredging in the 1940s. After an Indiana businessman discovered coins along the beaches in 1967, treasure hunters discovered most of the remaining riches from the Espiritu Santo. 1973, the Texas Antiques Committee excavated the remains of the San Esteban. Although much of the hull had been destroyed, archaeologists recovered enough to reconstruct and study the Spanish colonial ship. After lengthy litigation between this one says the state of Texas and the company that recovered artifacts from the Espiritu Santo, a settlement was reached, and the University of Texas preserved the artifacts. Now, how do they end up getting to do that? You see, you find them, and someone claims it, and then you gotta
all that work was for nothing.
Yeah. What was included, what they found was anchors, guns, coins, crucifixes, gold jewelry, pre-Columbian objects, tableware, and 3 astrolabels.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you find that and you got to give it up to the state of Texas or something.
Not right.
No.
Finders keepers.
But perhaps the best known treasure, treasure ship a hurricane sank was the Nuestra Senora de Cocha. The Almiranta or vice flagship of the 1622 fleet. A 550-ton Ococha carried 133 seamen, 82 soldiers, 48 passengers, and 20 guns. Copper, silver, indigo, tobacco, and I really don't know this name. It's a scarlet dye. It's called Cochino, and rosewood filled the holds.
Mm-hmm.
While amongst the belongings of passengers, let me turn the page here.
Okay.
And crew were hidden precious jewelry and gold bars. When the hurricane struck, it destroyed 8 of the 28 vessels comprising the Tierra Firma Flota. Man, I hate these words. And scattered the wreckage across, well, it scattered it across the lower Florida Keys and the dry Tortugas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wasn't that Acucha? That wasn't that one that somebody found a lot of the stuff on that already?
Yeah, the Tosha or whatever. See, I can't even say it either. Yeah, a Tosha.
Well, it's getting ready to talk about it, and maybe but it says the Atocha struck a reef which ripped out her hull and sank her, and only 5 people aboard survived, 3 seamen and 2 slaves.
Wow.
One of those aboard the Santa Margarita, which was equal in tonnage to the Toca, more survived because the waves carried the Santa Margarita over the reef and she wrecked on the sandbank. Spanish salvagers located the Nuestra Senora del Rosario, a privately owned galleon in shallow water, and retrieved her cargo. The Santa Margarita was found in 1626, and eventually divers salvaged most of the silver, guns, and other cargo she carried. The Choca, however, remained hidden until 1985, when Mel Fisher and his crew located her near Marquesas Key, wherever is that in Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
Over time, they recovered a silver box containing an emerald cross with a matching ring and a gold coin. Some of her 20 bronze guns, 46 tons of silver, 40,000 coins, and many emeralds and gold bars. Artifacts worth more than $4 million.
Wow.
But one of the richest treasure galleons to sink was built in 1620 and continued to sail across the Atlantic Ocean for 2 decades. Oh boy. The Nuestra Senora de la Concepcion arrived in Veracruz in June 1640. The only problem of consequence on the voyage from Cadiz occurred when the pirates dared to attack the 40-gun galleon. They were rebuffed. Careened and twice repaired during her lengthy stay in the New World, the 20-year-old ship set sail for Cadiz on the 20th of September in 1641. At the time, a seaman earned 2 pieces of 8 for 1 month's work. Stowed within Concepcion's hold was a cargo valued at 1 million pesos, according to a Dr. Eugene Lyon. He was a Spanish colonial historian. The fleet, which numbered about 30 vessels, departed Havana at the worst possible time, the height of the hurricane season. 9 days later, a hurricane destroyed all but 1 ship, the Concepcion. When the storm felled her main mast, the crew cut it away and jettisoned the anchors and some of the guns, thus giving the ship and themselves a chance to survive. The admiral decided to sail her to Puerto Rico, but the pilots determined how to get there. They believed they were due north of the island, but the admiral knew otherwise. The chosen course would take the galleon through a treacherous and barely charted coral reef. In protest, the admiral washed his hands in a silver bowl. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Thus relinquishing all responsibility for the ship's fate. On a Sol's Day, violent seas smashed the Concepcion into the reef, and she came to rest on one of the reef's heads with her stern in the air. The survivors fashioned 10 crusade rafts from the wreckage, but many became easy prey for the sharks. Oh, imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, 190 men lived to tell the harrowing story. They also told tales about a mountain of gold and silver fashioned from the coins rescued from the hold before Concepcion slipped beneath the water. An inquiry absolved the admiral of any responsibility for the disaster, and he convinced the officials that the pilot should be blamed. And they were, even though they were arrested, the pilots escaped and were never seen again.
Oh, nice move.
Attempts to find the wreck and recover her cargo of silver failed until William Phipps discovered the Concepcion in 1687. Aided by a survivor of the ill-fated galleon, Phipps and his crew of native divers salvaged 68,511 pounds of silver and some gold. Whew.
That's a lot.
Believed to be about 1/4 of her cargo. Phipps paid his backers, including James II of England, and returned to the wreckage to gain greater wealth. Others, however, had come after him, and he gave up his second salvage attempt. After unsuccessfully serving as governor of the Massachusetts colony, Phipps returned to the treasure hunting, but never found any other treasure. He died of fever 8 years after he I wonder if that was coronavirus. Anyway, he died of fever 8 years after he discovered the Concepcion silver.
Mm-hmm.
With time, the 17-mile reef that claimed the galleon became known as Silver Shoals. Subsequent treasure hunters failed to uncover her remaining cargo until 1978, when Bert Weber succeeded in his second attempt to locate the wreckage of Concepcion with the aid of a historian who had located the log of one of Sir William Phipps' ships. Say that 6 times real fast.
Yeah.
In a single day of diving, they salvaged 6,000 coins, a teacup from the Ming Dynasty, indigo, and astrolabe, a sword, and a silver bowl. They also retrieved a chest that contained more than 1,000 pieces of 8 hidden under a false bottom. At first, Weber believed he'd found Phipps' wreck, but a trail of ballistic stones revealed that he had actually discovered the stern of, whereas Phipps had found the bow.
Okay.
And then, huh?
Okay. I got it now.
Appraisers valued the treasure recovered from the Concepcion stern at about $13 million.
Booyah.
Man, I ain't having to use the shadulator tonight.
No. No, they're giving you the prices. Like,
yeah, the largest treasure galleon to sink was the Jesus Maria de Lampilla Concepcion, commonly called the La Capitina. Well, why didn't they just say that?
Right.
For she was the flagship of the South Sea Armada, 4 times the size of the Acocha. She was built for Philip IV of Spain. At the time of her sinking off the coast of Ecuador on October 26, 1654, she carried a treasure worth 10 million pesos. Padre Diego, oh my God, Rivendaria watched La Capitina sink from the deck of another ship in the fleet and wrote about it in his diary. 2 years later, he sailed aboard the 900-ton Maravillas. Yeah, Maravillas. I guess that's how you pronounce it. When she sank off the Bahamas, 600 souls perished and 5 million pesos in silver and gold were lost. Padre Diego was one of 45 who survived.
Mm-hmm.
His diary eventually found its way into the Archivo General de Indias in Seville, where its rediscovery provided Robert McClung with the clues he needed to locate and salvage La Capitania in 1996. Among the artifacts recovered were 4,000 silver coins, pottery, 2 silver ingots, dang it, and cannonballs. David Horner's shipwreck contained a complete recounting of La Capitana and the salvage of her cargo. Let's see. Then we have the treasure fleet of 1715.
Okay.
One of the most devastating losses for Spain involved the treasure fleet of 1715. On July 24th, 12 ships left the Havana laden with treasure. General Juan Esteban de Ubilla commanded 5 of the treasure ships from the Nueva Hispana Flota, while General Don Antonio, man, there's a bunch of these Spanish words. General Don Antonio we'll just call him General Don Antonio.
Okay.
Oversaw 6 vessels from the Tierra Firme Flota. Captain Antonio Dari sailed aboard a French warship, the Griffon. The other 2 fleets had delayed his departure, so rather than keep close to the galleons and the vessels they escorted, Dari sailed ahead. That decision probably saved the ship and the lives of all of those that were aboard. For a hurricane struck 6 days after they departed Cuba, 700 people were perished and more than 14 million pesos worth of treasure sank with the ships.
Wow.
And let's see. I'm gonna skip down to, because I definitely want to get to Shad's
Okay.
crazy laws here. Well, this one here wasn't quite as interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just do this last one here.
This the last one?
Yeah, we'll do the last one. The sea reclaimed the lost treasure fleet until 1948, when Kip Wagner came across Spanish coins on a Florida beach. A decade later, he shifted his search for more treasure to encompass the sea, and over the next several years, he and his alliance of amateur treasure hunters recovered many silver coins and wedge-shaped ingots. In 1963, Mel Fisher joined Wagner, and by year's end, they had located 7 of the wrecks and found treasure valued at $5 million.
Booyah.
The remains of what was believed to be the Urca de Lima became Florida's first underwater archaeologist preserve in 1989.
Ooh, pretty cool. Pretty awesome, Dennis. And your Spanish is pretty good.
Yeah.
And that was Lost Treasures with Dennis Dayton. Now, what are you
we'll have some more of some inland lost treasures in Puerto Rico, and I'll do a part 2 next week.
Oh, cool. Look forward to it. As always, Lost Treasures with the Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton. Thank you, Dennis. Great segment. Love the Spanish. You killed it.
Yeah, I killed it all right.
Yeah, you did pretty good, man, because I wouldn't have been able to say all that. I guarantee you.
He did do pretty good. That
would have been a butcher job for me, so you did excellent.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing. He was pulling it off. You know, I was starting to think he was from Spain.
You mean Puerto Rico?
Or Puerto Rico, yeah. Thank you, Shad. He was killing it. Like, way to go.
Well, Shad, if you have a big list of in Puerto Rico, say
I don't. I don't have a big list. In fact, very few even were able to be found.
Wow.
Very odd, if you ask me. But I will say this. I did find a few interesting laws, I guess, but it had to do with driving. And if you've ever visited Puerto Rico, People don't follow their driving laws, really. They're very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Very aggressive drivers. Literally, they will keep moving out until you either hit them or you let them in. I kid you not. It's insane driving there. So, I mean, it's whatever. It's interesting. You have to experience it. And one wrong turn, you'll end up in the middle of the rainforest, right against a ledge on a high cliff with a very steep drop off of a few hundred feet.
With the rental car.
Sounds like you've been there before, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was trying to find this restaurant that, was supposedly really
I was
good.
scared to death.
But there are a few interesting driving laws in Puerto Rico, and you got to think it's a tropical island, beautiful.
Right.
Much the coldest it'll ever get is like 38 degrees, I guess.
Okay.
But in Puerto Rico, studded tires are not allowed.
Okay.
Right. So you have to kind of go back. Why would somebody have had studded tires there in the first place?
What's a studded tire?
What? Kathleen, you don't know what a studded tire is?
You explain it, Tim.
Kathleen, in the wintertime, you used to be able to get, well, you still can, snow tires that had metal studs in them to give you traction on ice and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really popular years ago. Everybody always in the
Change
winter.
them out every year.
Yeah,
during snow season, you would put them on your vehicle.
You'd put them studded snow tires.
You mean like snow chains?
Yeah, well, some of them require the law. You either have to have studded tires or snow chains.
Yeah.
When it snows or whatever.
Sure. I remember my dad every year going and getting them studded snow tires mounted, It's like,
but again, we're talking about Puerto Rico,
right? We're no need for studded.
Hey, that was a pretty good Spanish saying.
You got to roll the R's, man.
No, that's Island
Shad, man. If you want to fit in with the locals, you hang out with Island Shad, and I'll get you around town. All right. Well, believe it or not, you can't have studded tires, but you can have tire chains, aka snow chains,
in Puerto Rico.
In Puerto Rico,
where you don't need neither.
Correct, and it doesn't ever really snow in Puerto Rico ever.
Right.
However, I guess it was for people off-roading or the poor conditions of some of the roads out in the rainforest and country. Maybe
makes sense.
Well, they will tear up roads too.
Yeah.
Well, and they say, yep, they exactly mention about it could have contributed to the poor conditions of their roads.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. Could be, because, it tears them up.
But as far as any others, video screens. Obviously, a driver should not have a video screen watching a movie.
No.
No.
Windshield stickers should be, they have to be transparent. You're not allowed stickers that are non-transparent.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of makes sense. Now, granted, this one's kind of funny, but again, it's a island. It's tropical. Motorcycles, you have to have boots and gloves. Too many people are riding motorcycles in just sandals.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I think people do that. Heck, Kathleen and I did that once on mopeds.
See?
Or the little bikes in Thailand.
See? Boots and gloves.
But the only other thing, school buses pretty much have to have a sign on the bus that says school bus.
That's a law?
That's a law.
Go figure.
It can't be a great big yellow thing.
That's not enough, apparently.
The only reason is because there are yellow school buses that have removable signs, because these yellow school buses will double as a party bus at night in Puerto Rico.
Oh.
So their bus drivers have got two gigs, one for the school children, school bus sign goes on.
And an Uber driver at night.
It's a party bus, school bus sign comes off.
Okay.
Now, I hope they clean those good before the school kids get in the next day.
Yeah, right?
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that could be bad. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I could not find any strange, weird, unique, interesting law. Literally.
Wow.
I don't understand.
They got it going on.
They do. They ain't got all those weird animal laws about giraffes and stuff that a lot of these other places have.
Tying alligators to poles.
Yeah. Yeah. painting canaries. You would think they'd have those down there with all the wildlife they have. Dang. Bummer.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed too. I figured everybody has strange laws on the books still.
Of them.
No, I searched a bunch of different ways and couldn't find one.
Ah, bummer. Well, hopefully Dennis might be back in the States soon, and I'm sure we'll be able to hear plenty more of those crazy laws then, right? Right, Dan?
Hey, that's part of the United States.
I know, so you'd think there'd be more. But maybe because it's like an island thingy, you know?
Well, their initial law system was created under Spain. It wasn't until in the early 1900s when they became a territory for the United States that they just changed some of their laws over to U.S. criminal codes and civil codes. So maybe that's why the Spanish were like, you don't need that.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, I could go to Indiana because I kind of printed off some other ones from upcoming treasures.
Right.
And I found 11 more treasures. People don't know about these 11 treasures that are actually buried in Indiana, even though I've already done it. When Indiana, I found some more.
Oh, well, that's cool. Yeah, that's one you'll have to do next then. Yeah.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah, because they're new ones. You know, so that'd be be cool to hear them ones because they're new. You know, I like it.
And Tim, I noticed you are starting to have the sniffles.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Well, due to that, we're not going to have we don't want anyone to catch a coronavirus, so we will not have any more shows. Oh.
Yeah, coughing and just sneezed and little sniffly. Mercy.
How old are you again?
57. Yeah, I'm a risk, man. If I get it, I'm probably a goner. I got upper respiratory problems and stuff. Yeah, I'm probably a goner if I get it. You know, that's a bad thing. So I gotta watch. That's why I started eating them antibiotics. I said I ain't taking no chances. No. So we shall see. Shouldn't have went to that dang grocery store yesterday. Dude, when I went in, I wiped the cart down with sanitizer. When I come out, first thing I did was sanitize, and it's like mercy. Might as well bath in that stuff, you know? I'm telling you, that's all you can do. Sanitize. My nose was itching. I'm like, oh, this sucks. How am I going to scratch my nose?
Use your jacket.
After I was taking like my collar and stuff and trying to itch my nose. And oh, well. It is what it is. Now, I actually was looking on Scott's Facebook page. A couple people already posted some stuff. And it looks like he went home for the weekend, so he should have been readily available for the show tonight. And he should have been on his computer where we could have muted him, you know, when he gets unruly, you know. So that's why I like when he's on his computer on Skype. I can control that anarchy that we call Scott, you know. So we gotta find something to post on his Facebook. There's a couple.
Has anybody thought of anything yet?
Well, like I said, Terry posted something, Joe posted something, but you know they're kind of just random things, but they're funny. And Joe did another Manny one, you know, which is cool. Always like seeing them, and so.
Was that a book for dummies?
Yeah, you seen it, right, Rich? Yeah, that was a good one.
Maybe something like a magician, poof, he's gone.
Yeah, because he ain't here. We need some. That's what Terry posted, something that, we're here, where are you? And you're not here. See, so if that gives anybody some ideas, just let them rip, man. We got to get some stuff posted on Scott's timeline. I think
Rip Tater Chip.
I was thinking Scott should do another live video this week, So be watching for that. I'm sure he'll do that. Maybe he'll have something on the coronavirus. You never know. Maybe what's in Scott's survival kit for the coronavirus.
So, have they canceled the GPAA shows?
I haven't heard if they...
2 of them so far,
Right.
I think they did, yeah.
2 so far, but when was the next show coming up?
I think it was this weekend and then next weekend.
And those 2 are the ones they canceled, right, Rich?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yep. So, I wonder if what one would been after that? Would that be the Ohio one or no? Who's got the schedule? Anybody got the schedule?
It was on the site here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I'm just curious. What ones was next? There was like a couple more, and then...
All right. Let's see. This is March
15th right now.
Today was the Sacramento, California one. And then next weekend is the Vancouver, Washington.
And them 2 were postponed.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure both of those are canceled. Now, the next one is Butte, Montana.
I haven't heard on that.
Anything about that one yet.
Okay.
So the next one's is 4, 4, and 5 is Butte, Montana. 4, 18, and 19 is Rapid City, South Dakota. Then you have 4, 25, 26 is Concord, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the 5, 2, and 3, which is Columbus, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And then Milwaukee, Wisconsin after that, the 16th and 17th. And then 23rd, 24th is Columbus, Georgia.
Right.
Maybe by May, everybody will, especially the media, calm down.
Yeah.
Right. And if the media calms down, everything will calm down. So
Yeah.
we'll just have to see.
Well, going to get all they can get, you know that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. You know. Yeah, but...
Now, Thomas Pennyweight on the site, on the main page, he posted the Indiana Gold Prospectors Cons Party. They must have had a cons party, which he said was lots of fun. He posted a video on there.
Oh.
And if you haven't been to one of these, come join us in... it says, come join us next February, but until they come to our outings, those events are posted.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was basically where people would probably bring cons and they went through it. I didn't get to watch the video yet, so
Right.
it's posted on the main page there. You want to watch it? And
Okay, gotcha. Now, wait. Now, don't Thomas and them got an event coming up next weekend, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's still a go as far as I know.
As far as I know, I haven't heard anything on that. That would be the March 21st.
Right. March 21st, 22nd.
At the Morgan Monroe State Forest.
Correct, yeah. So as far as I know, that's still a go.
I haven't heard anything
Me
on that
neither,
yet.
so I'll say that's still a go. Yeah.
And maybe Thomas is listening. He can put in the chat room there.
Yeah, if it's still on. Or...
It's still on or not. So
Sure. Yeah, because with all this, you just never know what's postponed and what's not.
Hey, now it's still a go, he said.
Good. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Thomas. That is cool. So that one is still a go. Very cool. Man. Now, wait a minute. Oh, hold on a second. Crap. I thought I had something from Scott from earlier. You know? But I forgot. It ain't no thing. I'm sure Scott will be back Wednesday, everybody. So it'll be back to the usual anarchy with Scott. So post something on his Facebook. We'll try to think of something.
Yeah, you won't be able to get a word in otherwise. So.
Right. So, Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, whatever you guys can think of, post it, on Scott's page. Just anything. Just load it up. Man, make him wonder what's going on. That'll be great. And guess I did. Oh, don't forget Tuesday night hangouts with Ed, Jess, and Dano this Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Their guest is going to be none other than Bill Southern. Yeah, metal detectorist. I know Shad and Kathleen met Bill down there and a metal detecting thing they went to in Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be the guest on Ed and Jess's show this week, so be sure and tune in to that. Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday night hangouts with Ed, Jess, and Dano. So check it out. Bill Southern's their guest. And I can't think if there's anything else. Was there anything else? Did we?
Can't think of anything.
I can't either. But, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Everybody stay safe out there. Don't let the craziness get to you. We hope you can make it back Wednesday. We'll be here. Hopefully you guys will be too. Have a great night and a great week. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.